Let's move on to question number 2. And the second question today comes to us from Clark Washington, who writes, one of the biggest stories that came out of this weekend's box office was Beach Bum, Beach Bum, becoming another flop for Matthew McConaughey. If people want to keep moronically stating that Jennifer Lawrence has lost her mojo, her career is over due to a string of misses, then why does no one want to make these statements for McConaughey's career when his last number of films have been even bigger flops? All right, thanks a lot for the question, man. And yes, Beach Bum has now come out. This has not been a good year for Matthew McConaughey. It gave us Serenity, which was apparently really bad. I didn't even see it. I was interested in it first when I heard about it. Then I saw the trailer for Serenity. I thought, well, this looks stupid. And then I started hearing from everybody, yep, this film's stupid. So I'll be honest with you, I just took a pass on it. Anyway, then comes Beach Bum. And I'll tell you what, I forgot even the movie was coming out this past weekend. I thought it looked cute, but apparently it's not all that cute. So the question becomes, is the McConaissance over? Is the McConaissance done? Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. Look, let's go back to when the McConaissance really started, okay? Back in 2011, Matthew McConaughey was still just a known star that wasn't taken very seriously, okay? He was understand, he was known, he was famous, but he wasn't known for quality. He wasn't known as a great thespian. He was just Matthew McConaughey, the guy in those stupid rom-coms. But then in 2011, he did this little film called The Lincoln Lawyer, which not a lot of you guys saw, but you should have, because that movie was really solid. Very, very solid movie. And I'll be honest with you, he did a little comedy before that called The Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. He did with Jennifer Garner. A lot of people hated that movie. I actually thought it was kind of cute, but whatever. The Lincoln Lawyer, to me, is the film back in 2011 that really heralded the beginning of the McConaissance. Not everybody recognized it yet, and I didn't recognize it, but now that we look back on it in hindsight, that was the movie that I think was really kind of the start of the McConaissance, because that movie was solid and good. And I think a lot of people passed on it because, well, it's starring Matthew McConaughey. But then the people who saw it were like, wow, McConaughey was really good in this. Anyway, after that, he did a little movie called Bernie. Remember that? He was really quite good in Bernie. Then in 2012, he did this movie called Killer Joe. Now, for those of you who listen to mine, Robert, and Cody Miller's Best Movie, Worst Movie podcast, you'll know that Robert listed Killer Joe as his number one film of 2012. McConaughey was incredible in that. Then shortly after that, he did a number of episodes of Eastbound and Down. Then he did The Paperboy. And that was like, The Paperboy's like, whoa, McConaughey. And then he did Mud. And everybody's like, McConaughey's legit. Like, he did Mud and everybody's like, he's legit. Then he did Magic Mike. And guess what? Laugh and snicker all we will at Magic Mike. He was really good in Magic Mike, I thought. And then came the epic peak of the McConaissance. And the epic peak of the McConaissance, of course, was Dallas Buyers Club, in which he won the Academy Award for Best Actor. Beating out Chiwetel Ejiofor. I was kind of going for Chiwetel Ejiofor for 12 Years a Slave, but whatever. He won for Dallas Buyers Club, and he was great. Jared Leto also won an Academy Award for Dallas Buyers Club as the supporting actor. Anyway. And that was kind of the peak. Now, then after he did that, he had a small role in Wolf of Wall Street, but his role in Wolf of Wall Street was really good. And then he did True Detective, and the McConaissance was in full force at that point. Then came Interstellar. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Interstellar. I like Interstellar. I think it's good, but I'm not as big of a fan of Interstellar as a lot of other people are. But Matthew McConaughey was wonderful in that movie. Just great. And then the wheels came off. If I would kind of say that The Lincoln Lawyer was kind of the beginning, the spiritual beginning of the McConaissance, this next film was really, we didn't know it at the time, but now again, as we look back in hindsight, This next film was kind of the spiritual beginning of the end of the McConaissance. There was a movie that came out after Interstellar called The Free State of Jones. Do you remember that? I've got somebody ringing I think I got room service ringing my doorbell. Come on in. They're here to pick up my dry cleaning. So anyway, come on in. So I think they're coming in to get my dry cleaning. Anyway, while I'm sitting here doing a live show. So this is probably going to be awkward for them. So anyway, The Free State of Jones was a movie that I saw, and a lot of people saw the trailers for, and were thinking, wow, this is the next Academy Award nomination. This is going to be the next Oscar contender. Hi, I'm just doing a live show. So I don't need the room cleaned, though. Nope, don't need the... no, don't need the bathroom cleaned either. I just need them to pick up I just need my dry cleaning picked up.
Okay, so nothing?
Nope, don't need anything done.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you, you too. That doesn't happen every day, does it? Anyway, so Free State of Jones was a movie that looked fantastic, looked incredible. I could not wait to see it, and I thought, next Academy Award for Matthew McConaughey. And while Matthew McConaughey turned in a good performance in Free State of Jones, the movie was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Anyway, he did some animated stuff like Kubo and the Two Strings, but that's doing voice and sing, I think he did, but that's just animated voices, whatever. After Free State of Jones came Gold, and again, Gold was a movie that I thought looked fantastic, and again, McConaughey was good in it, but again, a disappointing movie. Then came White Boy Rick. Again, movie looks great, and again, McConaughey's really quite solid in it, but again, a mediocre at best movie. After White Boy Rick, then came Serenity, and then after Serenity, now comes Beach Bum. Is the McConaissance over? We're talking about 5 or 6 films in a row that have really disappointed coming out of Matthew McConaughey. But is the McConaissance over? I don't know about that quite yet, because even some of those films that we've mentioned where the films were terrible, I still thought he was quite good in it, And here's the question I have for myself. Despite a string of really disappointing movies in a row, and I haven't seen Beach Bum, by the way, but it only made like $1 million this weekend. When I see that Matthew McConaughey is in a film, does that still get me interested? See, to me, that's the real sign that the McConaissance is dead, is that hearing that he's in a movie doesn't do anything for me at all. And I gotta say, Matthew McConaughey being in a movie still gets my attention. Now, it doesn't change the fact on whether or not I think a movie looks like I thought Serenity looked terrible. Despite the fact that McConaughey's in it, so I'm interested, the movie still looked terrible. So I didn't bother with it. But seeing he's in a movie still there, I'm not ready yet myself to declare the McConaissance dead yet, but it's getting close. The McConaissance is on life support, in my opinion. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that's it? McConaughey had a great run. He's got an Oscar on his mantle. He's rich. He's set for life. He can do his I drive a Lincoln commercials all he wants and all that kind of stuff. But the heyday is over. Or do you think, no. The best from McConaughey is still to come. You just wait. Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.